Thank you, Prime Minister. Well, it's been more than 77 years since the world promised a Palestinian state, knowing that there cannot be lasting peace for both peoples without a two-state solution. And in the nearly 2 years since October 7, we have been working with the international community on breaking the cycle of violence that the Middle East has known for generations. Across the world, nations have agreed that we cannot keep doing the same thing and hoping for a different outcome. We can't keep waiting for the end of a peace process that has ground to a halt. So last April, our government started a conversation with the Australian people about changing Australia's approach. We made clear we would recognise Palestine when it would best contribute momentum to peace. September is that time. When the world says this has gone on far too long. When the world says the heartbreak, death and destruction must end. The world watched in horror the attacks by Hamas on October 7, the worst loss of Jewish lives on a single day since the Holocaust. Hostages are still cruelly held, and we want them all released and reunited with their families and loved ones. And the world has watched in horror since, as tens of thousands of Palestinian civilians are killed, thousands starving, the faces of children we cannot forget. Australians, people around the world have been haunted by these images. We have always said that Palestinian civilians cannot be made to pay the price of defeating Hamas. But a whole population has been shattered. So this September, the international community has the chance to forge hope from despair as the world seizes the opportunities that are presented by the new commitments of the Palestinian Authority, and as the world seeks to support the Arab League's efforts to isolate Hamas. The Netanyahu government has ignored international opposition to its conduct of the war in Gaza. It's ignored international opposition to rapidly expanding illegal settlements that are extinguishing the prospect of two-state solution. And we know that two states is the key. It is the key to a just peace for Israelis and Palestinians alike. We also know this is not the end. It is just the beginning. There is much more work to do in building the Palestinian state. We will help build the capacity of the Palestinian Authority, and with the international community, Australia will hold the Palestinian Authority to its commitments. The practical implementation of our recognition will be tied to progress on these commitments. We will continue to provide humanitarian aid with our partners to try and help vulnerable civilians to get basic supplies they need, and we will work with partners to build a pathway out of the cycle of violence to a peace that is enduring and is just, with recognition of each other's right to exist, recognition by the countries of the region, two states, Israel and Palestine.